Are you even listening? Are you even paying attention? I guarantee that question has preceded many a big argument. Why? Because people need to know when they are speaking that you are paying attention. But you need to know, how do I show that I'm paying attention? If this sounds like something you want to learn about and it's an easy technique, completely doable, hit the like button below and I'll unpack it all for you so you can enter that next conversation with strength and confidence. All eyes on me, I shine with everything I do. Hello friends and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at this area of how do I show I'm paying attention. And it came about because a client asked me, I'm in conversations with people, but they constantly appear to think I'm not paying attention when in fact I am paying attention. So let's today look at this and see how this element of demonstrating that we are paying attention, how that translates into stronger connections and helps to create a perfect environment from which a really healthy conversation can take place. So let's think about it. We're in a discussion with a spouse, a teenage child, a partner, our boss at work, a team lead. We're in conversations with them, okay, and it could be one person and one person. It could be a group of people and one person. In those situations, there are times when we will be the ones who are quiet. When you're speaking to one other person, they talk, you keep silent. When you're in a group, someone's talking, you keep silent, and the rest of the group keep silent. It's in those moments of silence that we can actually mine, we can get the little gems that are going to truly create this connection that we can build with this other person. Because remember, our lives are a series of conversations, and each of those conversations help to move forward our relationship with the other person. And we want a good relationship in our home life, and we need good relationships in our work, particularly the people who hold our future in their hands. So we need to make sure we are showing I'm present in this conversation, I'm here, and I am paying attention. Now, why does this even come up? It comes up because in our society, we're in school for the first 5, 6 years, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of our really formative years, and we cannot sit and be attentive, showing attention 6, 7 hours a day. It's not practical. So we were trained to sit back, be a bit more passive, and let the information roll in to us. But now as adults, in these conversations that truly matter, we can't just sit there and be passive. Because if your boss is explaining something to you or telling you something and you're sitting there like a brick, they're going to get the impression you're not interested, and then they're going to be, wait, are you even paying attention? If you're in a heated conversation with your partner, your spouse or somebody, and you just sit there like a brick or looking at your phone, that's when you're going to get the question, are you even listening to me? So we need to get this sorted out to make sure those connections are strong. It will benefit and improve massively every conversation. So let's think of the other benefits. Not only it will improve, it shows respect for the other person. It shows trust. You trust this person and they will begin to then trust you. And it makes the speaker feel valued and heard. Very important. We all know when we're speaking, we want to think we're literally and figuratively being heard. People are understanding what we say and attempting to follow our communication and be there with us as we explain something or discuss something. So this is where the benefits lie for us. But how are we going to go about doing that? Well, I've got 5 key points. All of these you've done before, but again, with everything in terms of public speaking and communication, we need to be more cognizant. We need to be deliberate about this. We need to intentionally introduce these non-verbal cues, this body language, into our lives, into our variety of conversations and speaking, so that they will improve. Now, as I said, we have sat so many years in our education being very passive just while the information rolled over us. This is extended to our lives now, where we loll back on a sofa and watch a movie, or you scroll on your phone, or you lie in bed or with your iPad, we sit back and we tend to be very calm and passive. Now that's fine in those situations, but as I said, when the situations become important, we need to demonstrate all these skills, which means we're going against this history of what we've normally done. And that's where the intentionality comes in. We need to do this deliberately. So let's look at how we're going to do this. And none of these are complicated. The first one is, point number one, is that you need to eliminate distractions. And if you can't, you need to really limit the distractions. Let me explain. When I say eliminate distractions, do not enter into a very complex discussion with your teenage child or a heated discussion with your partner while the TV's on in the background, because it's such a temptation to become distracted and have a look at it. Don't take a very important decision in a very difficult conversation with someone while the baby's crawling around on the floor, because your chances are your attention is going to be pulled off that. In the work environment, I understand it's a bit more different. You've got all your devices, your laptops, your phones, all your things that you can bring into meetings and have in your office space. So then you need to limit them. We all know how awful it feels when we're speaking to someone and halfway through they randomly pick up their phone and start looking at something. It is so frustrating and it's rude and it's hurtful. So definitely in a work situation, limit the use of your devices. If you can put them down and not touch them, so much the better. The second thing is eye contact. This is huge. Make sure you keep your eyes on that person all the time they're speaking. They won't look at you 100%. They'll look away, but keep your eyes on them. If you've ever given a speech or stood in front of a class or held a meeting or addressed your club and you've been talking and there's even one person who's kept their eyes on you, they're watching you, they're paying attention, that is such a good feeling, because you know, this person is devoting their attention to me. So when you're in a meeting, whoever is speaking, give them the courtesy of keeping your eyes on them as they speak. As I say, they won't look only at you, don't worry, but just keep your eyes on them fully, unless you're taking notes or something, but keep your eyes fully on them. It's almost intoxicating when somebody gives you 100% of their attention. And that's how we create this good environment for these great conversations. The next thing is simple, it's nodding. We underestimate the power of a simple nod, like that. It tells the other person, I hear you, I'm listening to you, I respect you, you're seen, you're heard. It speaks volume, and it's the easiest thing to do. The fourth thing is your posture. Again, societies all over the world have become far more casual. So yes, when we're in casual settings or casual conversations with friends, we'll slouch back, we'll lounge back, we'll lean on a table, etc. And that's absolutely fine. But again, when you get into those conversations that truly matter, where you need to work through things, make sure your posture is sending the signal, I'm right here in this conversation. I'm not lounging back like this, looking out of the window and thinking, what am I going to make for dinner? I'm right here for this conversation. So it doesn't have to be artificial, but sit relatively tall, as I say, eye contact, and definitely you can lean in a little if they say something that you agree with or that you want to emphasize. You can lean in for a few seconds. The very last one is learn to remain quiet. I know this is hard, but when we're in those discussions, and maybe they are getting a bit heated or a bit difficult or stressed, learn to just keep quiet by still demonstrating all these things. I am listening. I haven't shut off. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention, but I'm keeping quiet so you can have your say. This all works together. Now, I understand this sounds very black and white, and you'll be in situations in your office where you do need to take notes, or you'll be in a situation where you do want to ask questions, and that is fine. But the overarching message is, if you truly want to connect with people in those particular conversations, we have to demonstrate, we have to show that we are fully paying attention. I'd love you to try it. I'd love you to come back and tell me if it works. If you've got any experience of this, if you've ever taught a class or spoken to a group of people who are all looking down at their phones, drop it in the comments below. We can all learn here together. And as always, please keep layering on those skills. I've got another video right here that works beautifully with this one. And thank you for your time. I'll see you next week.